Sokka's rizz is actually unmatched. You know what's crazy? Sokka, the same dude who called himself the meat and sarcasm guy, might actually be the most successful man in the entire Avatar universe when it comes to romance. And no, I'm not exaggerating. Let's do a quick roll call here. Princess Yue, anyone? Fell for him hard enough to literally become the moon for him. Then we have Suki, a Kyoshi warrior who could fold most men in 2 seconds flat, and she chose him. And we can't forget about the blind baddie Toph, the greatest earthbender alive. Yeah, and a fan favorite Ty Lee called him cute the moment she saw him. Bro's not even a bender. I mean, unless you consider the Backbender, but he's out here with a boomerang, a plan, and a personality that somehow outshines people who can literally move mountains. So how did he do it? What makes Sokka's rizz so unmatched? Well, first we're going to look at his power, the ability to be real. Here's the thing, Sokka's not trying to be cool, he's just himself. He doesn't have this spiritual glow up of Aang or the brooding, firebending trauma of Zuko. He's a guy who just tells bad jokes, gets motion sickness, and complains about not having enough snacks. But that's the secret. Sokka doesn't use humor to hide insecurity, he uses it to connect with you. When he jokes, it's not about tearing people down. It's to make them laugh, to break tension, to even make them feel comfortable at times. He doesn't walk into a room like, I'm the man. And that kind of humility and charm is magnetic for girls. I mean, Yue didn't fall for a warrior. She fell for the guy who cared, who made her smile when her whole world was built on duty and silence. And Suki didn't fall for a fighter. She fell for a boy who admitted he was wrong about women being weaker, and then asked her to teach him. Now that's courage. Sokka's rizz works because it's never forced. It's just honesty, dressed up as humor. Now we take it to the next section. This is where we'll talk about his determination, because that's where Sokka goes from the funny guy to damn, okay. When we look at the episode Sokka's Master, he feels left out. No bending, no flashy powers, just a guy with a plan and some funny jokes. So he looks at Team Avatar and realizes they've got the Avatar, then he's got his sister who's a water prodigy and a blind rock goddess. And on top of that, Momo and his flying bison friend Appa. And he realizes he's actually the weakest link. But instead of sulking, he grinds. He finds Master Pai Dao, one of the best sword masters in the world, and trains like his life depends on it. He learns how to fight, how to think, and most importantly, how to believe in himself again. He fails, he stumbles, and even doubts himself, but guess what? He keeps going. And that's Sokka's quiet rizz. The kind you don't see until you've spent time with him. The kind that makes people trust him. Toph didn't fall for looks, she fell for that energy because Toph doesn't see. In the traditional sense anyways, she feels people. She literally senses who's solid inside, and Sokka, he's the hardest rock she's always wanted to bend. But you know what really seals it? It's Sokka's ability to learn. I mean, when he first meets Suki, he's a walking red flags. Girls can't fight, I'll protect you. All the macho nonsense. But when Suki folds him like laundry, he doesn't get defensive. He actually apologizes. He listens and he changes, and that's huge. Because most people in the show, even adults, don't change that easily. I mean, General Zhao is a perfect example of that. But Sokka grows in real time. He goes from a kid trying to prove he's a man to someone who respects women, strategy, and teamwork. That's what makes his relationships mean something. Yue's love wasn't a crush, it was mutual respect, and Suki didn't have to babysit him. She chose him because he proved he could stand beside her, not above her. And that leads into our next section. What is his real strength if it isn't his weapons? Because every other character in Avatar has their supernatural advantage. I mean, Aang can control the elements, Katara can heal and bloodbend you, and Zuko can firebend like poetry. But Sokka, all he's really got is his boomerang. But he turns that boomerang into something symbolic. Because that's who Sokka is, a guy who keeps coming back. Get it? See what I did there? No matter what happens, he returns. He's resilient, loyal, and adaptable. That's why everybody gravitates towards him. By the end of Avatar, Sokka doesn't just have confidence, he's earned it. He's led invasions, battle plans, and outsmarted entire armies. He's become the kind of man people listen to. And that's what's most appealing about him. Sokka's rizz isn't what he says. It's about what he became and becomes along his journey. I mean, who else can say every woman in the world wants to be with and every guy wishes they were? Which is why you should never sleep on the Backbender.